Hey everyone, let's talk about security today. We all understand what is security. That it means making things safer. That matters to us. Anything that we possess and we do not want that to have unauthorized and unwanted access, so we deploy different mechanisms so that any unwanted actor does not have access to that one. It can be our home, it can be our city, it can be anything that we possess. So what it means when it comes to applications, mobile applications, web applications that we are using. So let me give you an example. So let's say I want to access the banking informations that you have with you. What is the least thing that I need? I need to have username, I need to have password. I cannot guess this thing. So if I have to access your account details, I have to exactly know what these things are there. When I have username password, I need to have a captcha also. Username password is something that I have to remember, that is very much private, and this is something captcha. It's something that I'm able to view it on screen, but consider, because this is the web application, right? So it's not only the human that is trying to have access to this space, but there can be bot automation scripts also accessing to our applications. So any non-human entity that is trying to access, in that case this captcha verification plays a very important role, because the way that we look at this and we are able to identify that what characters are present here, that script or bot won't be able to understand this one. So one thing that is coming out of this one, that is there are different layers of security that is implemented by this application. So these are the many things and basic concepts that we are going to talk about in this video and further upcoming videos about it one, that is going to be around application security and how we can make ourselves safe as the user of the applications, and as well as developers of the application, how we can provide these security features. So let's understand about application security. So application security is the process of developing, adding and testing security features in application, and this is done so that we can minimize the weaknesses against possible threats from unauthorized access. So it's very important to understand that it is saying the minimizing the weaknesses. We cannot 100% be sure that we can 100% avoid the unauthorized access, but we always try to minimize that attack surface that is there. Application security, this also means that our applications are safe to be accessed and how it can be applied and while developing the application, and it should be application security concept. It's something that should be considered as at every phase of software development, that is design, development, testing, deployment and maintenance also. So let's come to web app security now. Web app software that are accessible over internet. Nowadays any company that is building software for its customer, it's not standalone, it's not that is not accessible over internet. No company wants to acquire, no company wants to miss to acquire any users that are available over internet. You see, the reason can be the cheap internet and the availability of the mobile devices. With new generation that we consider nowadays, we cannot think of any application that is not available over internet that any company is providing. What it opens up, that everything is available over internet. All the data, every request that consumer is making with the server, that client server architecture that we have in the application, user is sending any information, it is going to the server, and this client server communication, if I draw it with the diagram, so if on the left side you consider it client, on the right side it is a server, everything that is going in here traveling through the internet, its availability over the internet, that is like public, quite open in the public, and any unwanted attacker can come and steal the data that is available out there. So that data can be our personal like personal videos, personal photos, our personal informations to access the internet banking informations out there. So it makes it easy to access those information, but at the same time it also opens up the new possibility for the attackers also, and the n number of options to get hold of that data. That means attack surface increased. Cyber criminals target web apps to steal PII. PII, that means personally identifiable information, like it can be your name, address, SSN, uh, getting hold of your personal IDs like PAN card, Aadhaar card, any other information. What are the solutions to secure these web applications? There cannot be single one way that is there to secure these one. There has to be multiple layer. That we took the example of online SBI banking, right? So username is there, password is there, then there is a captcha available out there. Out of these, there are other also ways to prevent any automatic bot attack, automatic software attack. There must be multiple layers. Coming to the next one, that is API security. Nowadays, we all understand the application architecture. There is, if we are seeing the flipkart.com, amazon.com, online SBI banking available at click of a button, it's not like that there is only one single server, there is only one single application, there is one single application, a single company providing that facility. When you click that button on the backend side, there are n number of requests originating and working together to fulfill that request. So there are n number of services available out there that where data exchange is happening. So let me like apps communicate each other in the backend to fulfill that request. That means there are n number of services available out there where those data is available in public, and when that data is available over internet, those API data is available, those integration points are available out there. So that means they are increasing the attack surface again for the attackers to attack. More integration points, more chances to attack. There is difference between web app and API attack. So if you have it's not like when we have browser based applications and I deploy the safeguard mechanisms there, and the same is applicable when we have APIs there. One example I take, if I have to identify the source of attacks, when I have browser based application, it is a bit easy to identify the source of information, because when click is coming from the browser by default adds some information there. But when it is API attacks, which is not being targeted from, which is not being initiated from browser, it is very difficult to identify the source of that, where it is coming from, because that by default information is that browser attacks, it is not available when we have APIs. Also, the APIs nowadays are updated many times, even many times in a day. Deployment frequency is increasing, and it is adding headache, adding extra responsibilities on the teams that is building that software, that with every change, with every deployment, there is not any security loophole that is coming up around there. Let's say a software that is not updated, that is not deployed many times a day, and we have tested it all the entry and exit points, we are good. But another way, like the scenario that we have nowadays, that it is being updated and changed many times in a day. So with every change, it is possible that some security loophole will be coming up. So it adds the responsibility on the security team also, that how they are testing each and every change that is coming out there. So last point we want to cover, why business needs security. In a way, we all understand why it is there. So if the company is not protecting the customer data, it is huge loss of trust among users, which in turn translates to money loss, right? And many types of attacks are out there. Bot attacks are there, client side attacks are there, which we are going to talk more about in upcoming videos. What are different bot attacks and what client side attacks are there. But they they occur, they are the reason of like major losses to the company in terms of like user loss, money loss, and trust lost also. So it is very important to keep users information safe and secure. So in this video we understood what is application security, why it matters, and what is the difference between web security and app security, API security also. What is next coming up in upcoming videos? What are the top security threats that companies are facing nowadays? What are the different tools that are available out there? Third party tools for app security, and OWASP. This is the community that keeps track of popular threats that are out there in the internet, and what are the different measures that we should take to prevent the application softwares that are there. So we are going to talk about different topics around security in the upcoming videos. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends so that they also get to know about these things. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.